The race to deliver your groceries faster is speeding up. Demand for delivery services boomed during the pandemic, and startups in the US and Europe are now promising to deliver items in as little as 10 minutes.
So instead of you walking to the grocery and all that, we're the ones that do that for you.
So how can they do so quickly, something that often takes hours or even days? They're operating out of hyper-localized dark stores or mini warehouses scattered around cities.
I really think of it as a store that the customer just doesn't see, and what they see is the app.
Gorillas is one of those startups that launched last year. It already has dark stores and a fleet of delivery workers in 40 European cities and in New York. Investment in ultra-fast grocery services leapt several-fold in the first 6 months of 2021. But super-fast delivery means high operational costs in a sector that's already crowded with established players. And some analysts and experts are skeptical about whether they can make money.
I don't see how it can be profitable.
There is this big overarching question of, is this a sustainable business model? And with this level of competition, what does the future look like?
While many delivery companies operate out of big warehouses or team up with supermarkets, dark stores are small and localized, occupying between 2,000 and 5,000 square feet to carry fewer products. To use the service, a customer places an order through the app on their phone. Staff at the dark store receive the order and quickly begin picking items, which are laid out in a way that speeds up the packing process, like grouping heavier items near each other so they can be packed first and won't squash fresh produce.
If you're a pick packer in the warehouse, you hardly have to think, and you're simply going around because everything is organized and under control through systems, etc. And that allows you to be very speedy, basically. And then we come to you in minutes.
Alec Dent, CEO of UK-based Wheezy, says close proximity to customers is the main reason apps like Wheezy and Gorillas can deliver so quickly. Most dark stores are usually within a 1 to 2 mile radius from households they deliver to. Grocery delivery sales have slowed since a peak during lockdowns last year, when online ordering became a habit for many people.
This crisis accelerated grocery e-commerce, and this kind of gave us a chance, like a fast start chance.
Gorillas has amassed about 860,000 downloads worldwide on Google Play since its launch in May last year. The last-mile delivery sector raised $16.2 billion in venture capital funding in the first half of 2021. As of mid-2021, Gorillas had raised nearly $350 million in venture capital funding. Philadelphia-based GoPuff, which already has more than 400 dark stores across the US, had received $2.4 billion. But retail industry experts like Phil Lempert caution that the initial influx of investment isn't always a sure sign of long-term success.
Venture capital firms want to invest in food. They love food. Whatever the idea is, if you can combine food and convenience, they're going to throw money at it. Doesn't mean it's going to last.
These companies say that in the future, they hope to make money from bigger orders. But analysts warn that the growing competition on top of labor and transportation costs could hinder profitability.
The core challenge, in my opinion, of ultra-fast delivery or rapid delivery is that it's fundamentally a very capital-intensive industry. It's a little bit of a departure from the Uber Eats, DoorDash software intermediary model.
Every time you want to open a warehouse, it's a new real estate lease that we're signing, or a team that we're building, or inventory that we're buying. And so I think a lot of our money and our capital goes towards that.
The key question for me is, can these companies maintain their sort of pricing power as they face increasingly robust competition from others? You need to build a sustainable business model that's curated for local markets that can stand on its own once the VC money dries out.